There's this term called lying flat. I first heard it in China, but that's always how I handle my corporate career. What is lying flat? Basically, lying flat means that you come to work to just do the basic job that you were paid to do. Nothing more, nothing less. Now, a lot of people may think that that is wrong or immoral, or you should give it your all, so forth and so on, blah, blah, blah. I never had that thought process. I looked at the job description, because every job that you applied to, it has a job description. This is what you're required to do. And I always used to do what was required of me. Nothing more, nothing less. And people say, well, what about promotions? And, I was never there in corporate America for that. My goal strategically was to get into the organization, learn, then take those skill sets and transfer to another company and apply those and get more money, because that was the best way. That's the easiest way to get a salary increase. If you stayed at a company for 5, 10, 15 years, you're not going to get an increase. You talking about 2-3% raise? What's that? What's that? What is that? I always used to say, what is that? I'm gonna bust my ass, right? Work like a dog, kiss the manager's ass, because that's what you have to do. It's just, a whole bunch of ass kissing, which I never was the type of person or will ever be the type to kiss somebody else's ass, especially for favoritism or anything like that. But you get on these jobs, right? And they work you like a dog, and then you turn around and they give you a 2-3% raise and give you a standard bonus. Hey, I'm fine with the standard bonus. I'm fine with it. I made more than enough money in my corporate career to fund my lifestyle, to have a couple of dollars in my pocket. I was good. But I did my job description. This is what I was required to do. This is what you're paying me to do. You're not going to give me more if I do more, right? And so this is what people are doing. This is what people are trying to do. This is what people are doing. Now, fast forward today in America, they catch you lying flat. Because, see, jobs today, they want you to do the work of 2 and 3 people. And if you complain, they're going to lay you off. They're going to fire you and get somebody else to do the work of 2 and 3 people. All the while, not paying you the responsibilities or the increase or the salary of 2 or 3 people. See, they look at you as nothing more than a slave, nothing more than a useless eater. And when they finish with you, they throw you out and get somebody else. I feel so good to be way ahead of the curve, because this is how I was. Listen here, I came in on time, I left on time. People, oh, you want to stay until 6 o'clock? Why? You're not paying. You're paying me. This is a 9 to 5, not a 9 to 9. I might just log out on time. I came in on time. What are you talking about? Listen here. If a call went over, if I had to do something over, finish. But I always project manage my time at the job, so that by the time 5 o'clock came, listen here, I'm done. I got shit to do after work. And people used to look at me like I was a bad guy. Listen here, I didn't understand the concept. Why is it that I'm going to over apply myself for people that will not over apply themselves to me? It's like the concept of giving 2 weeks notice. I never gave 2 weeks notice because it never made sense to me. Why am I going to give you 2 weeks notice? Are you going to give me 2 weeks notice? Or are you going to say, you know what? Hey, listen here. We don't need you anymore. So therefore, we're gonna go ahead and give you 2 weeks notice, and that's how that is. Hey, my last day is today. See, I treat the corporation how I know the corporation treats me. And people again, oh, why would you have that attitude? They said, hey, shit, go. Take a flying leap somewhere. You know what I'm saying? Worked out well for me. Worked out real well for me. But it's not working out well for the average white collar worker now. Because see, before it was blue collar workers or low slave wage jobs. Now they're Xing out people that's making $300,000, $400,000, $500,000 a year, living in RVs on Skid Row in California. They park right outside Google and Facebook and Meta in an RV. Could you imagine that? Could you imagine making $400,000 or $500,000 a year, and now you're parked outside of in a nice RV, living in an RV, right outside the Meta building? It's amazing. It really is amazing, but this is the world that we live in. But you got to understand how these corporations do, and you treat them how they treat you. Sure, again, came in, did my job. You paid me for 9 to 5. I worked 9 to 5. I came in on time. I left on time. Is that not fair? But see, a lot of people, they'll say, well, that ain't fair. You should over apply yourself. It's not about them. It's about you. It's all about me. It's about my sanity. It's about my peace of mind. And so this is why, when it came time for them to lay me off, hey, give me my severance. Hey, look, thank you very much for your time. I always typically took a year off. I ran out the unemployment, then I got another job. That's how I pretty much did. Took off a year, relaxed, chilled. Hey, as long as I had my apartment and a couple of dollars in my apartment, I had all the entertainment that I needed. Didn't need to spend any money or for anything at all. Man, those were some fun times. But this is how people are doing now. They're laying flat because they realize that these companies, they don't care about you. They don't care about you at all. So, with me personally, my thought process was always, hey, from the beginning, lay flat. Do what you need to do. Get in, get out. Don't get involved with a whole bunch of inner office politics. Now, that's another thing I got to do a video. Stay away from all of that. Your private life is your private life. I'm not there to make friends. I am there to make money, to provide a service. I'm in and I'm out. Man, I was sharp back then, man. I was real sharp in corporate America. And let me tell you, man, they used to get mad, and before you know it, sometimes, the first round of layoffs, they lay my ass off, and I did not care. I did not care. All those techniques I used to use, I don't even think that they work today. In terms of making sure that your employee records are sealed, that they can't disclose certain things from your previous employees. I used to employ all of these tricks from the HR perspective to ensure that they couldn't slander my name or say anything negative or disparaging about me. And then making sure that your interview game is tight, man. It was tight. But these are all of the things that work for me. Hey, if applying yourself and working like a dog and over applying yourself, and if it works for you, man, hey, man, work it. I ain't got no problem with that. But how I did when it came to my corporate job, it worked for me.